Hello, everyone. Luca Blight here, and I saw this news a little bit earlier in a Discord server that I'm a part of, where somebody announced that there was a mass shooting that involved a politically motivated. It was politically motivated, so it was domestic terrorism, like bar none. And I'm glad that that person is safe, and I'm glad that their family and close ones are safe. They didn't lose anyone important, however, lives were still lost. So I don't normally talk about political issues, but this feels like something I need to talk about, something I need to bring up on my channel because it is a big fucking problem, and it's just more of a message to those that have I don't want to say defended Trump, but I want to say defended the more Trumpian mindset. If that makes any fucking sense, like I don't blame Trump for what happened here. I don't blame him at all. And I don't. There's a lot of people I don't blame for this, except for the shooter and just the radicalization that's going on with a lot of people because of this divide among the immigration issue. Which the immigration issue is a very complex machine. People like to simplify it, but it's a complex fucking machine. And you know what? It's tied to the fucking war on drugs. It is tied to the war on drugs because, well, like, let me paint you guys and gals a picture, okay? So you have the United States of America outlaws all the drugs. Okay, where are all the cartels going to go? They're going to go south to Mexico, Central America, those types of places. So they're going to now that they're all congregated in these areas, they're going to compete against each other. Not necessarily take each other out, but try to suppress one another, maybe even absorb one another. The violence is going to be intense, because you got gangs competing against each other. Hell, it's gotten so bad in Mexico, even the government can't fucking deal with it. So where is everybody going to go? Oh, they're naturally going to flee north, away from all the gang fighting, all the cartels killing each other, and all that crap. So why does the cartels have a big presence in Central America and South America? Well, or excuse me, I have Facebook open. Sorry. So why do these cartels have a big presence down there? Well, because they're not as regulated down there as they are in the United States. The United States, everything's illegal. So what these cartels will do is they'll send middlemen through Mexico and up to the U.S. and they will distribute the drugs accordingly and send the funds back down, to the cartels in Central and South America. But who's really eating the shit of that? Oh, that's right, the Central and South American civilians. They're eating all the shit. They're getting fucked. That's why they're fleeing north. What's the U.S. government doing? Well, we got private prisons, and we got, of course, regular federal prisons who the taxpayers pay for. Hell, actually, even we even pay for the private prisons. So the war on drugs is a mutually beneficial system that benefits both the government and the fucking cartels. Because cartels don't give a fuck if their customers get locked up; they'll find more customers. But however, the government, they're still reaping those benefits because they got people incarcerated. Same thing goes with those fucking private prisons. So now, why does all of that factor into this? You might be asking right now. What point are you getting to, Lugo? Well, think about this: the immigration policy, where immigrants are flooding up north, and then you have sons of bitches like this piece of shit, Patrick Carusius, who decides, you know what, I'm gonna go shoot up a Walmart. That'll really send a statement to the fucking immigrants. That'll tell them to stick to their own country, to go back where they came from. And let me make it clear, I'm a left-leaning libertarian, okay? I definitely think the federal government should have as little power as possible. As little as possible by meaning that they should have the necessary power to do what they need to do to function. However, they don't need all the power that they have now. Because 9/11 gave them a lot of fucking power. To an extent, rightfully so. However, those powers should have been rescinded once the dust settled, if you will. So, anyways, let's move on to the article at hand, and I'm gonna read it kind of bit by bit. I did skim over it earlier, but I want to like really emphasize that I don't have a political bias in this. Like, I'm not for gun control, against gun control, or well, excuse me. I'm for a certain amount of gun control, but I'm not against complete gun bans. Like, I don't think illegalizing something is going to make it go away. I don't think that. But I do think there needs to be some attention drawn to what this fucking bastard represents and what he has done. because it's been very fucking common since the 2016. Actually, I would even say before the 2016 election. Like it's just been a common thing. If you think about what the media's been spilling out to people, and you think about how certain websites have acted, like you put the patterns together, and it all makes sense as to why we've come to this point. So, anyways, moving on. The suspect in the killing of at least 20 fucking people in El Paso posted online a manifesto. Every fucking serial killer, or mass killer, I should say, has to have a manifesto. Before starting on the deadly rampage that was described by Texas law enforcement and political leaders as hate-filled and racist. That's actually not a drop of a buzzword. No, this was this was pretty fucking racist. This is coming from me, who I like to dispel all the racist bullshit in the media, but no, this has xenophobia written all fucking over it. Media reports have identified 20-year-old Patrick Crosius of Allen, Texas, as the suspect in a shooting Saturday at a Walmart in the border city. Although authorities did not publicly confirm his identity or describe the precise content of the manifesto, a document posted on the website 8chan, go fucking figure, about an hour and a half before the rampage, spoke about the invasion of Latino immigrants and said the writer agreed with the shooter who killed worshippers at a mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand. That was a mass shooting that happened I believe a year or two ago. That document was posted by an anonymous user who posted. Actually, no, yeah, that was one that they fucking live streamed, wasn't it? See, there's some sick motherfuckers. Like, people like to bitch about what the fucking like Islamic extremists and shit do. These people are just as sick as they are. They are especially fucked up. Like, what the hell, guys? How the hell are you going to justify this crap when you're doing the same shit you're being pissed off about for? But, I mean, I'm trying to explain, like, rationality to a fucking brain-dead idiot. Like, there was a quote I saw earlier, like, arguing with a smart person is difficult, but arguing with a stupid person is impossible. That mindset, it, like, speaks volumes to me right now. So the document was posted by an anonymous user who posted another document under the file name P. Crucius. That file was taken down and it is not clear what it contained. Okay, so I don't know what the hell the manifesto contained. A Twitter account that appeared to belong to Crucius was shut down Saturday evening. Tweets on the account had praised Trump and, in particular, his effort to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border, which, by the way, not a single inch of that wall has been built. And the idea of building a big fucking wall to protect the border ain't gonna fucking work. They have tunnels. They will sail across. They will find a fucking way. This whole wall thing is just some stupid idea that people bought into. And I will give Trump his dues because people bought into that shit. Like, smart campaigning there, buddy, because hey, people bought into it, so therefore it worked. Television coverage showed police swarming a house identified as that of Crucius and Allen, a mostly white suburb. Okay, I don't know why they need to specify that, but okay. Of Dallas, about 650 miles east of El Paso. Oops. Lee and I'm gonna butcher this name, and I apologize for that. Lee Ann Lacascio, a former neighbor, said Crucius was an extreme loner who always sat alone on the bus in junior high and high school. He spoke negatively of other kids who played sports or joined school band. She said, "Okay, so that's another thing I want to illustrate is that a lot of these fucking shooters, mass shooters, serial killers, whatever you want to fucking call them, they all have the same thing. They're loners. They don't talk much. They're kind of to themselves, and they're exposed to this like radicalization, which secular talk illustrates that perfectly. And a lot of AOC covers when it comes to these mass shootings, especially perpetrated by politically motivated people like this fucking clown right here. And that is that, like, we pay attention to these loners and whatnot, but we don't really try to, like, stop them before they act. We don't bring it up. That's a lot of fucking things I wish a lot of these fucking media outlets would bring up. Not secular talk in particular, because secular talk actually is making the same argument that I'm up. It's making is that, like, hey, radicalization is a problem. We need to address the radicalization problem, where all these lone gun people decide, hey, I like Trump. I like the anti-immigration shit. I like the mantra he's, in my mind, portraying, even though Trump's not really promoting that. And then they go out and they do shit like this. Like, we need to fucking address that. That's a fucking problem in this country. Like, I don't buy into the stupid white privilege crap or the hetero privilege, whatever. I don't buy into that shit. I buy into the fact that there are these lone people who are desensitized to society and they don't fucking subscribe to any ideology other than what suits their own mindset, and they become so radicalized that they decide, oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to go shoot up a fucking superstore and kill a couple people, and that'll justify my views and opinions. Like, no. That's the problem we need to fucking identify and deal with. Not the stupid identity politics and not the stupid SGW, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, there's a middle ground between the two of them. It's just the left and the right have become too fucking far away from the center that, it's just fucking fallen to shit. And people say the centrists are the problem. Ah, fuck off. Anyways, she described Crisis as very much a loner, very... Okay, yeah. She described Crucius as very much a loner, very standoffish, and someone who didn't interact a whole lot with anyone, so he didn't feel attached to anybody. So this dude was clearly, I want to say, at least sociopathic. Where actually, I mean, I'm not a psychologist, of course. I can't diagnose somebody, but I'm going off an assumption here. Anyways, her son Tony. Again, I apologize if I butchered this name. Tony Lucasiro walked to school regularly with Crucius and his sister. Tony said that Patrick only walked ahead or behind them, never interacting and always keeping to himself. He liked animals and kept pet snakes. Okay, I mean, so the dude's not completely inhuman, I guess. He wouldn't talk to people. No one really knew him. Another former classmate, Jacob, said he was very strong-minded in class and would try to take charge, but other kids refused to work with him. Excuse me, because he was irritable and had a short temper. Okay, I can relate to the fact that I have a short temper myself. A lot of people can attest to that. Like, yeah, I got a short temper, but I've never really been standoffish. I've never really distanced myself from people. So I'm this to me is like, what was this guy's home life like? Like, who were his parents? What did they do? How did they raise this guy? Because clearly something went wrong somewhere, because this dude was a ticking time bomb at some point in time. He was often picked on because of how he spoke and because he wore what looked like a hand-me-down what looked like hand-me-down clothes. Okay, so he was made fun of because I guess he was poor. Odd. I mean, I was made fun of in high school, but it was for varying reasons. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Wilson, who is now 20 and works in his family's scrap metal recycling business, said he was in English class with the Patrick dude during their senior year, and the taunts from other kids during class seemed relentless. Every time I looked up in class, it was someone now speaking negatively to the kid. Patrick, that is dumb, stupid. Okay, so he's a victim of bullying. Okay, that's the end of that. All right, so Daniel Hale of Plano, Texas, told the Times that he attended elementary school with Crucius and remembers playing basketball and soccer with him during recess. They attended kindergarten together at Beverly Elementary, another Dallas suburb, according to Hale, now 20. Hale said he felt out of touch with Crucius after elementary school. It wasn't until Saturday that he received a text message from his friends about the shooting and how Crucius was a suspect that Hale remembered him. I'm shocked. I remember him being a nice kid, Hale said. Well, the quiet ones tend to be the nice kids and whatnot. So that's the main thing I want people to draw the line to, is like these fucking radicals that go out and shoot people. Pay attention to them. Not necessarily them themselves, but what they've done and why they do what they do. The better you understand the problem, the better you will be suited to solve the problem. Now, I'm not trying to give this fucking schmuck his fucking, 5 minutes of fucking fame, but hey, we need to address the fact that there are radicals out there killing people. Say what you will about Antifa. I don't fucking like them either. I fucking hate what they do. But they have not killed a single goddamn person. So they definitely have that much going in their favor. So that's what I want to emphasize here. Is that we need to focus on the problems, the real fucking problems. Like, put political ideology crap aside and focus on the fact that there are some crazy-ass motherfuckers who are taking extreme measures and doing shit like this and killing people for no fucking reason other than they feel so detached from society that they subscribe to radicalization and they decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, run up to Walmart and shoot down a couple dozen people. Why? Because they're Latino or Latina. Fuck off. Like, I really wish both sides would address the same issues. But no, they focus on the narrative, and the narrative is what fucking drove me away from politics. That's why it drove me away from the quote unquote anti SJWs. Like, like Sargon, Andy Worski, and all them. They all lost touch with reality. Like, Sargon until he's entertained, but they've all lost fucking touch with reality. They lost the bigger picture. And the same thing goes for the fucking SJWs. They don't know the fucking big picture because they're too focused on women's rights and the LGBTQ community and blah blah blah. Like, no, that's not the problem here. The problem is these fucking radicals shooting and killing people, human beings being killed. That's the fucking problem. And I wish both of them would get their heads out their asses and focus on the real fucking issues. But I'm just one guy with a channel of about 1,600 subscribers or 400 subscribers. However many fucking subscribers I have, I don't even keep count of that crap. But I wish they would just get the fucking narrative right. Be objective. Focus on the real fucking issues. Like this motherfucker right here. He is a symptom of the fucking problem. But nobody's gonna fucking talk about it, are they? They're gonna be like, a guy shut up a bunch of people. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, woe be me. Like, Joseph Stalin, as fucked up as he was, he made a valid fucking point. And you know what that point was? Death of a million is a statistic. Death of one is a tragedy.